Hello everyone, this is a program Capital Ideas Life and I'm the host, Michael Gibson. In one of our previous programs we already told you about the Ministry of Hospitality in Moscow. This is the unofficial name of the main department for servicing the diplomatic corps under the Russian Foreign Ministry. This year the organization is celebrating 100 years since its formation. Today, we will continue our acquaintance and find out where foreign guests are treated in Moscow and what a vacation is like in Russia.
Today on the program, in Moscow, where foreign guests of the capital are being treated. Zavidovo, countryside recreation in the Russian tradition. Moscow Country Club, where golf in Russia began.
GlavUpDK helps foreign diplomats not only work and live in the Russian capital, but it also takes care of their health. This organization has its own multidisciplinary clinic called MedCenter. There are various types of medical care here, from examination and diagnosis to treatment and rehabilitation. Let's now take a look at the center and discover what makes it different from all the other clinics. The comprehensive medical clinic MedCenter has existed for 75 years. Originally, it was established to serve representatives of the foreign diplomatic corps and their family members living in Moscow. Now, MedCenter provides services not only to diplomats, but to everyone seeking treatment here in Moscow. Vadim, hi.
Mr. Mike, my pleasure to see you. How are you?
Good to meet you. Very well. Great to meet you.
So, should we go to the register desk
Yes.
to discuss your visit to the doctor?
Lead the way,
To
please.
check.
Great.
Just follow me, sir.
Okay.
Just follow me.
Vadim works at the clinic as a personal medical manager. His duties include organizing visits to the clinic for foreign and VIP patients, accompanying them during the whole examination process and helping them with routine issues. He is fluent in several foreign languages.
Of course, any foreign language-speaking patient who comes to any clinic has difficulties with the fact that they do not know Russian at the time of entry. In order to fully meet their needs, first of all, we have a foreign language reception for visitors who speak other languages. We speak English, German, French, and Arabic. And we have a section to serve diplomatic missions. That is, those who are in the highest ranks of diplomatic service, who are treated on a priority basis.
We decided to take advantage of the opportunity to be examined at the comprehensive medical clinic MedCenter. Здравствуйте. Hello. Hello. Good to meet you, Yuri. I'm Mike.
I'm Yuri.
Great. Great. So I have a problem
What's the
with
problem?
my knee. This
What's
knee.
the problem?
It hurts when I go running.
Pain?
Yeah. After a conversation with a trauma surgeon, when the specialist finds out what is ailing the patient, the first stage begins, diagnosis, which is one of the most important. After all, the success of further treatment depends on a correct diagnosis. I've been sent for an MRI scan of my knee, and with the results of the scan, I'll return to my doctor and he will prescribe me a treatment.
At the moment, we have a very well-equipped diagnostic base. We have a very powerful ultrasound service, a very powerful functional diagnostics service. These are the tests that are needed to study heart pathologies. We also have a powerful magnetic resonance imaging, MRI machine, in our diagnostic facilities. This is a 1.5 Tesla high-field imaging scanner, which allows us to make high-quality, top-class images in a short period of time.
MedCenter consists of 16 departments. Each department has its own area of expertise. The clinic has its own ambulance service. More than 300 employees of MedCenter are doctors of the highest rank, professors, PhDs, and degree candidates of medical sciences, and members of professional societies.
Since we have been providing services to foreign nationals for more than 70 years, we have engaged in rich scholarship of the specifics of their illnesses, the seasonality of their diseases, the specifics of the treatment of diseases in patients of various groups, non-European ethnic groups as well. In all of these areas, we have already gained a lot of experience and achieved great success. In our department, care begins at a very young age. We accept patients from age 0. We have a pediatric dentist, a general practitioner surgeon. We also have therapeutic care, surgical care, including implants and complex bone grafting rehabilitation. Over the past year, more than 10,000 patients have visited our department. Of these, 1,200 came from abroad, from 93 countries around the world. Considering that many patients come from abroad and have already received previously prescribed treatment, our doctors strive to keep track of not only domestic, but also foreign guidelines. The treatment methods we use in our office include not only medication, but also physical therapy. These include laser therapy and surgical treatment methods.
The center also has a separate service of pediatric specialists. Here they monitor the growth and development of the youngest patients from birth to 18 years of age. To date, children from more than 150 countries have visited Medin Center.
We begin monitoring them practically right after they are discharged from the maternity ward. We actively keep track of them. Then, at 1 month, we invite them to the outpatient clinic. We carry out the essential examinations and give them the required vaccinations according to the calendar of the World Health Organization.
Medin Center doctors are experienced in diagnosing the rarest infectious diseases, even ones which are not found in the European region, such as malaria and yellow fever. For this purpose, they have their own clinical diagnosis laboratory.
Relatively recently, we had a case of malaria, which we suspected at the patient's initial visit, and we diagnosed it as swiftly as possible. The patient was then admitted to the hospital and put on the appropriate course of treatment for the disease.
The results of the MRI scan confirm the trauma doctor's preliminary diagnosis: tendinitis, inflammation of the ligaments of the knee joint. This is a fairly common disease nowadays, and Medin Center offers various courses of treatment for it. One of the most modern is PRP therapy.
PRP therapy is when we take blood and put it in special centrifuge tubes. During the centrifugation, we separate the plasma. The plasma is enriched with platelets. The platelets act as a stimulant for the treatment of this particular abnormality, and we inject directly into the affected area to reduce inflammation.
GlavUpDK doesn't operate just in Moscow. The organization has country recreation resorts, which, when visiting, foreigners will immediately be able to understand what is real Russian hospitality. Today, we're going to one such resort. Our journey takes us into the Tver region, where we're going to the Zavidovo recreation resort. The recreation complex Zavidovo is 117 kilometers from Moscow. It is convenient to get there via the new M11 highway between Moscow and St. Petersburg. The whole journey takes no more than an hour and a half. So we've arrived. This is my first time here, and I've heard a lot about this wonderful place. Zavidovo is a huge territory, 56 hectares of entertainment, sport and recreation. On the grounds is a hotel complex, as well as cottages and townhouses, restaurants, sporting grounds and the complex's own private yacht club. To go around all this in one day is almost impossible. Therefore, in order to have time for everything, it's possible to rent a bike. Or a scooter. and it can choose a more comfortable transport, a small golf cart. The history of the complex Zavidovo began in 1957. On the 16th of August, the Council of Ministers of the USSR issued a decree on the establishment of sport fishing and hunting grounds for the diplomatic corps. Initially, only a few houses were built. Over the last 64 years, the facilities of Zavidovo were greatly expanded, and the territory has become a favorite place for meetings and recreation for the diplomatic community, as well as for Russian citizens who appreciate its respectability, its high level of service, and comfort. They say that to really feel like you're in Russia, you have to visit a real Russian bathhouse, the banya. And the Zavidovo complex has just such a banya. It is heated with birchwood and steamed with bundles of oak twigs. Also in this sauna is conducted a unique revitalizing procedure, the little humpbacked horse, named after the fairy tale by the Russian writer Ershov. Here guests bathe in a wooden cauldron, similar to an event described in the story. I have a lot of impressions from my trip to Zavidovo, but that's not all. We're moving on. We have come to Moscow Country Club, another unique out-of-town project of GlavUpDK. The club is located only 13 kilometers from the Moscow Ring Road. It is about 120 hectares of protected area surrounded by a forest. Moscow Country Club is famous primarily as the oldest and largest golf club in Russia. This year it will turn 28 years old. Every golf season there are up to 60 tournaments here, including professional competitions. The first 18-hole golf course was opened here back in 1993, and so the history of competition golf in Russia started here. Today it is one of the biggest golf clubs by the number of golfers. The area of the course itself is 70 hectares with 18 holes and is considered to be one of the best in Europe.
This course was designed by one of the greatest golf course architects in the world, Robert Jones Trent Jr. He's the creator of many beautiful courses. And here, the concept of our course was to fit an 18-hole golf course into a Russian forest. All the holes here differ in length, difficulty, terrain, and performance indicators, like the par, which is the recommended number of strokes to reach each hole.
I noticed that the turf here is gorgeous. How did you achieve that?
The grass, the lawn, is monitored by a large team of groundskeepers. They are highly skilled agricultural specialists who take care of the course. Each area of the course uses its own equipment, its own mower, which trims the lawn to a certain height, special machines, which apply fertilizers, others that flatten the sand traps in the field. This is a very time-consuming process, which cannot be stopped, even for a day or two.
The Moscow Country Club has all the necessary amenities for both beginners and experienced players. Here you can take group lessons or individual lessons with golf instructors. We asked Alexei to show us a few basic techniques for the game.
The most important thing to remember when taking a stroke is that we bend over more so that our eyes are over the ball. See the line clearly.
Now I know why GlavUpDK is informally known as the Ministry of Hospitality. Today I've heard many incredible stories, met wonderful people from this amazing organization, and enjoyed the picturesque Russian landscape. I'm Mike Gibson. See you in the next program.
A Big Asia Ltd production. This program was produced with the support of the Department for External Economic and International Relations of the Moscow government.